beautiful friends. So wonderful to be able to speak to you. And I know if you're listening that you care, and that's, I feel the love. There you go. Namaste. So I was drawn today to make a video. I had just such a beautiful meditation today. And I came out on the porch and there was a snake at my door. And then I went walking down the driveway, and I'm going to go with swarm because I'm not sure of what you would call a grouping of butterflies. But I had like 6 or 7 of them just flying all around me. And I work with animal totems. So for me, that speaks of transformation and change and all the things we're all going through and experiencing right now in this world. Not knowing what the truth is, but holding on to the fact that we know the universe is always looking out for us. We don't know what that means or how that looks in this 3-dimensional reality that we live, but I do have faith and trust in that, and I hope that everyone holds that space in their heart. That being said, my daughter and I were having a conversation this morning that also led me to create this video. We'll probably be interrupted several times by animals. There's 13 cats and 4 dogs. And a lot of love, and they know they can come get it when they need it. So anyway, my daughter and I were having a conversation in the car on the way home today, and discussing how, there's so much information out there that leads to these truths that are very disturbing to take into the possibility of them being real, but more and more evidence is coming forward that there's some things going on in this world that we need to be aware of and stand up for not allowing to happen anymore. And I think this change is going to be a difficult one, and we need to come together in prayer and meditation and raise the vibration of the planet. Most certainly we can do that to make a change. But the question came up was, what do we do when we find out these things and we research them and we find facts about them, and how do you decipher so much misinformation? I don't trust mainstream media. I don't believe anything that comes out of a reporter's mouth anymore. And some journalists are harder to trust now too, but I would feel like somebody writing it might actually be researching it before they're writing it. I would hope, anyway. So I had an idea for an answer, and that was to start looking and reaching out to journalists who are willing to tell the truth. And I know I've been in the conspiracy theory world, as some like to call it, for quite some time. I don't like to use that term because I just think it's so foolish to feel like somebody who's researching and finding truth is a conspiracy theorist. There are facts. Cognitive dissonance won't allow some of you to believe them. And I get it. It's easier to keep your head buried in the sand and not see what moving forward needs to look like, because right now we're in this comfortable, isolated little world. And I say comfortable because some people, isolation, staying at home, has different meanings, and sometimes it might not be so comfortable to be at home. My mind instantly goes to people involved in domestic violence situations who can't get away from their abuser right now, and also cannot get help because the government agencies are not functioning to help them. Calling a policeman only goes so far, especially when jails are considering not arresting people. So it's the world is in a chaos, and I think, again, through prayer and meditation, that's the highest thing we can do right now to change the situation. But I also thought about how maybe finding a journalist that we could back, that we could believe in, that we know researches facts, And it would have to be someone willing to risk their lives, because if you've also been following any of my videos that I've been sharing, you'll find that people who have been speaking up, well, they've been Clintoned. I don't know what else to call it. Epsteined, yeah. So I can see why people might be fearful to even be brave enough to research and find facts and share them with others. But I'm looking for the ones that are strong enough to do that. I want to find those new leaders. Those are the people that we need to turn to, not politicians, not our government. They definitely seek to control us, and they do. You're all sitting at home just like they wanted. And systematically, our systems are failing, and all things, so many things are being brought to light. We're starting to see more corruption in our system being spoke about, being shared. And again, don't believe anything I ever share. Please don't just take it for fact. Look at the links I share. Look at where the resources are coming from, and decide for yourself what your truth is. And I think what I'd like to hear in the comments today would be, what are your ideas? What does change look like going forward? These are the conversations we need to be having. What are we going to do differently? How do we make an impact on this world not being, for lack of a better term, so fucked up? So anyway, that's where my thoughts are today. And I'm hoping that we can start communicating through some videos, sharing each other in a way where we get to see your smiling, beautiful faces, and you get to hear our voices, and a deeper connection, which is what, ironically enough, isolation has led us to seeking deeper connection with those that we love. And I know I, for one, have been in more communication with my family than usual, and that is an amazing thing to have happen, because we're all so busy. Well, we're not so busy anymore. And I'm grateful. I have family too that if we don't go back to work soon, we're not going to make it. And so many dynamics coming into play, just so many things. And again, as I said, all I can keep having faith in is that the universe is always working out for me, and it's always working out for you. And what that looks like, what lessons you're here to learn as a human being. We each have this beautiful path that we're walking on, and at a certain point in time, you come to your I am. I am. I've definitely found my calling. I am a powerful healer. I am a servant of the divine. And I am so appreciative of the gift of this life that I have. And Homa Takwi Aslan. I'll say bye for now, but I'll be back.